No, no, good. I'm good now. Hey, you fixed it. Are we live? We're on the air? We're live. STSPN is live at Snohomish High School for baseball. Excellent. Just getting started here. Foul ball off the right side there. So catch you up on everything here. Brock Wilfong hit a ground ball out to shortstop. There was an error on the shortstop. He got to first base. Nice little bunt by Daniel Evoy to move him up to second. Overthrow to first base to get Daniel out. Moved Brock to third. And so now we've got Brock on third, and then Daniel Evoy still second. So we got runners on second and third. Nick DeLine just struck out for the first out of this inning. That brings up number 16, Preston Pierce here for Stanwood. And Stanwood's got something going here in the first inning of this game. There's a nice pitch right down the middle there by Snohomish pitcher Jackson Peckinpah. Peckinpah to Wilson. Used to be a Wilson catcher for the Mariners at one time, I think. That one's in the dirt a little bit. So almost got the sunshine coming out here. Warming up a little bit here in Snohomish High School in Snohomish, Washington. Here's the pitch. A little bit low and inside. Ball 2. 2-1 to count here for Preston. There's a pop fly ball over the backstop. Going to land in the concession stand, maybe buy himself a hot dog. 2-2. Preston. Can't let anything good go by here, so let's see what we've got from Jackson. A little bit on the outside. Nice look. Full count here for Preston. Runners on second and third. Preston needs to hit the ball somewhere out there in the grass. Oh. Took a called strike for out number 2. So after getting a little bit of trouble there with Jackson Peckinpah, he's thrown a couple of good pitches here to Nick DeLine and Preston Pierce for the first and second outs. That brings up Dane Carlson here. Dane playing first base here for Stanwood today. 2 on, 2 outs, right down the middle. That's a high fly ball. It's going to be in the midfield. Looks like second baseman's underneath it. Easy does it. For out number 2, so out number 3. So Snohomish escapes there after getting in a little bit of trouble. And that'll be the end of the first half of the first inning. So stay with us. We'll be right back for the second half. I can't see what you're doing over there.
bottom of the first for the Panthers.
All right, back here for the bottom of the first inning.
Number 3, right fielder Jackson.
Snohomish Panthers at the plate. Number 3, Jackson. This is Jackson Peckenbaugh, the pitcher at the plate. Takes that first pitch in the dirt. Snohomish coming into this game today. First game of 2 with Stanwood. That's a called strike. Snohomish 3-2 in conference, 4-3 in overall. Her conference losses were twice to Arlington, who's leading the league with a 6-0, 6-1 overall record. And Peckenbaugh takes second called strike. Looking good here for Preston Pierce for Stanwood. There's a little pop fly out of bounds over the Stanwood dugout. Sitting here with a call 1-2. So Stanwood coming into this game 5-1 conference, 6-2 overall, with their only conference loss to Montlake Terrace in the South 3A division. Their non-conference loss was to Mount Vernon, a 4A team. There's the pitch right down the middle, pop out into center field, looks like. Center field is standing there and catches the ball in a can of corn as Peckenbaugh flies out to center field. Oh, 1 up, 1 down for
shortstop. Number 8, Chase Christian.
Snohomish. Brings up number 8, Chase Christian. I got the order wrong.
Now batting number 19, third baseman Zach Boswell.
Okay, I've got the order all wrong here. What? So we got 1 out and 1 on. Throw to first, back in time. There's a ground ball through the slot between first and second. That'll move Chase Christian over to third base.
Next up, number 12, left fielder Jaden McClure.
Brings up Jaden McClure here. Throw over to first in time. Jaden takes a called strike there. Looks like Snohomish, you got something going on against Stanwood here too, with runners on first and second. So Stanwood gave Panthers a little bit of trouble in the first half of this inning. Now Snohomish is returning the favor here with runners on first and second and 1 out. Hit, scores a run. Foul ball off far right field line, out of play. Another throw to first, got him in a rundown here. Oh, interesting. He let him get back to first. Very interesting. Unusual. It didn't get him out at first on that one. There's a pass ball. That'll score a run. First run of the ball game here for Snohomish. Moving Zach out to second. Another foul ball off the right field line by Jaden McClure, kind of holding his own in there with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not letting the good ones go by, but not striking out either. Ooh, nice curveball in there for a called strike. Pretty curveball. So 2 outs for Snohomish here with
At the plate, number 5.
1 run in.
Catcher Wyatt Wilson.
Wyatt Wilson at the plate. Wyatt wears number 5. Batting number 5. Tips that one off the back. Has caught the outside corner there. 2-1 to Wyatt. Zach Boswell out there on second base, liking to get home. That one just a little bit high and inside for a ball. 2 on, 1 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, swing and a miss for out number 3. Well, Snohomish gets 1 run in, and Stanwood gets back in the dugout, and we'll be back for the second inning right after this. Yep.
Off the top of the second, for Stanwood Spartans is the catcher, number 10, Braden Joyner.
We're back. Yep. All right. There's the start of the second. There's a nice fly ball going out to center field. Nice diving attempt there by the center fielder. Of course, Snohomish missed the ball. And that's a hit. So I'll put Braden Joyner on first with a hit.
Now batting right fielder, number 7, Daniel Chamberlain.
So right fielder Daniel Chamberlain gets to see what he can do about getting an RBI here. He's got a runner on first and no outs. Throw to first. Easy over. So Buckner looking in. Here's the pitch. He does bunt it right down the first base line. See if he can make this one work better. He does. So a nice sacrifice bunt by Chamberlain for the first out. Advancing Joyner to second. Small ball.
Third baseman, number 12, Jake Cleary.
Jake Cleary takes the ball. Looked like it caught the outside corner according to the ref there. Big ump behind the plate. That's Bob Petrino today. That one's in the same spot again. 2 in a row. Jake Clary thinks they're going to be outside. They're just breaking just a little bit and catching that corner coming in. Those are nice pitches there by Buckner. And he swings at one that didn't break for a strikeout. Throw number 2. Runner on second, 2 outs.
32, Nick Johnson.
Brings up the left fielder, Nick Johnson. There's a pop fly ball going out over toward the dugout. Looks like it's a little bit behind the dugout. Smashing in the mud and the dirt and the water. So Nick gets another shot here. Buckner throws a high fastball over the top, and he swings underneath that one for strike number 2. Buckner way ahead here. That one's outside. A little bit too far there for Nick Johnson to reach out for. Almost got the sun coming out here today to warm things up a little bit. There's one right down the minute. Swung and a miss for out number 3. So a strikeout for Nick Johnson. And that'll end it for Stanwood here.
Taking the field for the
Top of the second.
Snohomish Spartans. In right field, number 7, Daniel Chamberlain. In center field, number 8, Brock Wilfong. Your left fielder is number 32, Nick Johnson. At shortstop, number 31, Daniel Evoy. At third base, number 12, Jake Cleary. Second baseman, number 3, Nick DeLine. First baseman, number 20, Dane Carlson. Behind the plate is number 10, Braden Joyner. And on the mound is number 16, Preston Pierce. For the Panthers, number 20.
All right, back for the bottom of the second here. Leading off for the Panthers, number 20, Jacob Brandvold. That's a nice curveball in there for a strike. There's a ground ball to third. Missed, bobbled. And it'd be an E5 there. So Granville gets on first.
Next up, DH number 11, Colby Wallace.
Colby Wallace in there, going to look for the bunt. He tries the bunt, fouls it off against the fence for a called strike. Looking to bunt again, way inside for a called ball. Colby looking down for this signal from third base coach. No out, should be bunting again. Didn't bunt at it, I think. Yep, called it a ball. Oh, called it a strike, I think. So 2-1's the call here. See if he still got the bunt on. Should have. Got to get this ball laid down right. And he tried again. Called strike in his attempt to steal. And he's going to be, he's called safe. So he looked out from here, but he must have missed the tag because the umpire out there, Dean Strong, was just about 5 feet away. But he's going to get some conversation there from the Spartans head coach, Cody Bridgman. He wants to know what's going on. A little bit more explanation. So it looks like Jacob's going to get himself a stolen base here. There's a tip foul off there by Colby Wallace. Foul ball. Looked good, but it must have hit the plate as it bounced out. So Colby's out of there. That'll be the first out of this inning.
Now batting number 7, center fielder Christian Hill.
Christian Hill takes the ball in there. There's a hard hit ball inside the line. That's going to move. Runner getting waved home all the way, and he'll make it easy. Stand up in. Nice RBI there for Christian Hill. The Snohomish gets their second run of the game here.
Next up, first baseman number 10, Sam Stainer.
That's Sam Stainer there takes that ball outside. One and one's the count here to Sam. Got a runner on first. Snohomish got one run in this inning. Throw to first. That was pretty close. I think he got him, but Dean Strong didn't think so. So we're going to have a question here coming out again. We've got Cody Bridgman, who thinks they got him too. He's going to come out here and talk to Bob Petrino and see if Bob thinks he saw it differently. Bob says to go with my my partner out there. He called him safe. But I bet if Bob turned around and asked the people up here in the stands, they could tell him a different story because they always see it differently. Anyway, he's safe. And here's the pitch. He's going to take off, hit and run. That's through the gap, past shortstop. Going to move him all the way to third. The throw to third is a nice throw, but just a second late, but a nice throw just the same. As Christian moves all the way to third. And Sam finds himself on second base.
Back at the top of the lineup, right fielder, number 3, Jackson Peckinpah.
With a fielder's choice. So 1 out. Runners on second and third here. Number 3, Peckinpah. Fly ball out to right field. The right fielder coming in hard. He dives for it and misses it. Hits the ground. Here comes the first run in. And safe at second. Safe at third on the throw to third. So that Christian Hill came in for the score. That moves Sam down to third. And Peckinpah makes his way to second.
Only one came in.
All right, Chase Christian stepping in here. Runners on second and third. That ball looked pretty good, but dropped down low, and it was still called a strike for Chase. 1 out. Whoa, that ball was close. Nice little curve ball, just didn't quite make it in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Panthers got some stuff going here. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1 and 2. Chase trying to make it happen here. Got on base in the first inning and scored the first run, and that ball's low and in the dirt. Got on base with a pass ball in the first inning. And another swing and a miss, and Chase strikes out. That's out number 2. So 2 outs, still got runners on second and third. There's the pitch. Zach Boswell thought that was going to be coming hard inside, but it broke away from him. But he got out of the way just the same. There's a high curve ball. 2 balls. Zach probably going to take a good look at this one too. And he didn't. He popped it up. It's going over the back, up in the air. Fly ball and dropped right into the catcher's mitt. They're out number 3, so 2 runs. 1 run scored, and 1 2-run runner stranded out there. And we've got a 3-0 ball game here for Snohomish. We'll be right back after this. All right, back here for the third inning here. I got Stanwood at the plate. Should be Bert's been the second pitch in there for a ball.
At the plate for the Spartans, this is center fielder number 8, Brock Wilfong.
So Brock, leadoff batter here for Stanwood. Got 2 balls. There's a far ball. It's going back over the center fielder's head, but he's back to catch it and does. So out number 1, just a long fly ball out there to center field.
Number 31, Daniel Evoy.
Next up is Daniel Evoy here. Second in the rotation. Takes a pitch right on the outside corner there for a called strike. Second pitch, same spot. Not sure he gave him a strike on that one. See what the scoreboard says. Yep, it was a ball. 1-1's count. Here's a nice pitch. That's right down in the middle, but not quite good enough. A little bit low. 2-1 to Daniel. Daniel got on the first inning. With an error on the first baseman. And then stole second base, so he's a good base runner if we can get him out there for Stanwood. 2-2's the count. High and inside, full count here. So let's see how good an eye Daniel's got here. Anything close he's going to take a swing at. So, and that's not close enough for him to swing at. He's going to take a walk. First walk of the ball game here, as I recall. Put Daniel on first. So bring up Nick DeLine.
Second baseman, number 3, Nick DeLine.
So 1 on, 1 out for Nick. Throw to first. Got Daniel's shirt a little dirty over there. Dive back in the dirt. At least it's not muddy because it's not raining today. In the mid-50s here in Snohomish. There's a hard hit ball out to left field. That may drop in there. It does. Nice hit to left field. Moving Daniel all the way to third. And Nick all the way to second. So a nice double.
Next up, the pitcher, number 16, Preston Pierce.
So Stanwood's got 2 on with 1 out here. Preston Pierce, pitcher, can see if he can get his team back in this. That ball's a little outside for called ball. There's a pop fly over the backstop out into the concession stand. 1-1's the count. 1 out, 1 on. Runners on second and third for Stanwood here. See if they can get something in here and get back in this ball game. There's a pitch nicely coming across high inside for a strike. 1-2 to Preston. Can't let anything too good go by for him right now. That's in the dirt. He's pass ball, he's going to score, and then he comes sliding in there. Daniel Evoy scores the first run on a pass ball. Advancing the line to third, so Preston Pierce didn't do anything except stand there, but got a ball in the dirt with a 2-2 count. Here's the next pitch, and that's a pop fly ball going out toward right field. Right fielder comes in easy under it, gets the catch, throws it in to home. Runners hold at third. So Preston Pierce gets out number 2 with a fly out to 9. And that'll bring up Dane Carlson to see if he can get
Number 20, Dane
another run in here for the Stanwood, the Spartans. He's going to have to go back and talk to his coach for a minute here. He's got a little conference on the mound out there. I think Nick Hammond wants to go out and talk to his pitcher. So they're going to see who's going to fix lunch tomorrow. Maybe it's going to be pizza, maybe it's going to be hot dogs, who knows. Or maybe they're talking about baseball. It's possible. All right. So he got just enough time before the home plate umpire, Bob Petrino, walks out there and says that's all the longer you get. Standard baseball ritual. Talk until the umpire comes out. Give your pitcher time to rest a little bit. And 2 outs. Runner on third for Dane Carlson here. And there's the pitch. Right down the middle for Buckner. For a called strike. Maybe Nick said just throw strikes and we'll see what we can do with them. Well, that one wasn't a strike. That was outside. One and one to Dane. Nice lead off at third base there by Nick DeLine. Swing and a miss. A nice little curve ball. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's ready for the pitch. Full windup. Ground ball past first base into right field. Scoring Nick DeLine. Little applause there from the Stanwood Spartan fans who are here. As Dane Carlson does his job. Puts the number 2 score on the board here for the Spartans. Narrowing the gap. 3 runs in for the Panthers, 2 for the Spartans. As number 10, Brandon Joyner, steps up to the plate with a runner on first. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Nice called strike. Braden was up in the second inning. First batter in the second inning. Got a hit out to center field. See what he can do with this time out. He's 1 for 1. There's a fly ball going out of bounds off the right field line. 0-2 is the strike, so Braden behind the count here a little bit. Buckner doesn't want to give him anything too good. Probably a slow curve ball, and he did on the outside corner and struck him out. So out number 3 for Braden, but Stanwood brings in 2 runs, narrowing that gap. 3 Snohomish, 2 Stanwood, and we'll be right back for the bottom of 3 right after this. All right, back here for the bottom of the third inning here is Jaden McClure steps into the plate here for Snohomish, leading this ball game 3-2 here. Nice pitch in there.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Panthers, number 12, Jaden McClure.
Bouncing ball over the top of Preston McClure to the shortstop, picked up, handled, but not quick enough to get Jaden at first, so that's a H6.
Next up
Brings
is
up
number 5, Wyatt Wilson.
Wyatt Wilson. Wyatt struck out in the first inning. Probably like to not do that again here. He's going to set up to do the sacrifice bunt. No question about his intent. He's signaling all the way. Here's the pitch. High pitch, didn't take. Took the ball. Oh, Preston Pierce taking a look over to first. Doesn't like to lead off, but throw to plate. There's a nice called strike. Should have been bunted. Third baseman was all the way in there, practically in Wyatt Wilson's back pocket. He took that strike. 1-1. You're in a bunting position, young man. Anything you can get the bat on, you do it. Here it is. That's a way high. Takes a look down there at his coach. Coach says, bunt that ball. What? He's got the bat around. He's going to go for it. Here comes third baseman. Bunts it right out to the pitcher. Pitcher fields it, takes a look at second. Not in time. Over to first for the out. So Wyatt performs the sacrifice bunt for the first out. Advancing Jaden McClure out there to second base. Small ball.
And is number 20, second baseman
Bunt the
James
ball.
Brandon.
Advance the runner. Jacob Brandvold got on base on an error in the second inning, stole second base, and scored second run of the ball game. There's a pitch right down the middle. Takes a called strike. Jacob looking to get his first official hit here today. That ball's low and outside. Whoa. From up here, that looked like it was well inside, but Bob thought it was a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a ball hit out towards center field. Center fielder coming in, drops in for a nice base hit. So Jacob gets on. And that advances Jaden over to third.
At the plate is
So runners at the corners here for Colby Wallace as he comes up. He struck out in the second inning, making the first out in the second inning. Let's see if he can redeem himself here with runners at the corner. See if Jacob wants to steal second. He does. No contest. Oh, he's caught in the middle. And they let him run all the way back. I don't know why they didn't throw it to first. I think same thing they did last time that happened, and I think they got an easy out going on over there, but apparently the Snohomish coach doesn't think so. Just run him back and make him stay there. Not take a chance on the runner from third getting in. There's a nice called strike to Kobe. Pitch, that's low first. Oh, that's a called strike for Colby. Hard to tell from up here. They look low, but must be just right at the knee level. 0-2 to Colby. Struck out, like I said, in the first inning. Doesn't want to strike out here again, so here you go, Colby. Anything that looks close, you better swing at. Oh, they got him off at first base this time. This time they're going to get him. Oh, a mad throw. An error on the second baseman. Allowed Jaden McClure to come in. And allowed Jacob Brandvold to get to second base. That is not going to make head coach Cody Bridgman very happy about that play out there. Should have been an easy out. No trouble, and there's the swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Colby Wallace. Out number 2.
Number 7, Christian Hill.
That brings up Christian Hill with a runner on second base, and Snohomish picks up another run here and make the lead 4-2. There's a nice curveball pitch in there for a strike to Christian. Got a nice group of fans out here today. Not raining, not really too cold. Timeout called. All right, 2 out, 1 on. Runner on second for Snohomish here. One on one. Take a look at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the right field line. Just a 1-2 the count. 2 outs here. Christian trying to keep things alive here for Snohomish. Here's the pitch. Took that ball low. The throw to third, that might be an out. Oh, he missed the catch. And throw to home plate. Just like that, Jacob Brandvold brings in another run on an E5. So quite a few errors going on here today. Christian goes all the way down to talk to his coach down there at third base. How do I do it? There's nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 5 runs in for Snohomish. There's a ground ball fouled down the third base line, fielded by the Snohomish coach. Back out to the pitcher. Just like he knew how to play baseball. Probably did one day, don't you think? Still 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. There's a pop fly back up over the backstop. Hit something, not very hard. Christian steps back in there again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch. There's a ground ball right to third baseman. Easily handled on the bounce. Nice throw to first. And he's out. They're out number 3. And that'll end it for Snohomish with 2 runs in, bringing their score 5-2 against Stanwood. And we'll be right back with the top of 4 after this. All right,
Leading off with
top of the fourth.
Spartans, number 7, right fielder Daniel Chamberlain.
Daniel Chamberlain, try to get things going.
Get extension cord, so keep talking until I get back.
Okay. So let's see if Daniel can get the Spartans back in this ball game here as they down 5-2 after that kind of disastrous third inning for them. Daniel takes a high called ball. Buckner still doing a nice job out there for Snohomish. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Another high ball. Ball 2, 1-2. Here. Daniel looking good out there. Davis working pretty fast out there for Snohomish. 3 balls and 1 strike. Trying to stay warm maybe, huh? There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Chamberlain looking at a full count here. Buckner looking to shut him out with this pitch, and it's right down the middle, but it looked pretty good, but it wasn't good enough. And Chamberlain walks.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 14, Darren Smith.
So we do have a substitute player here. It's Darren Smith, number 14. Swing and a miss. Darren taking over for Jake Clary. Called strike. Those are hitting the right outside edge of that plate. Not that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pop fly ball over the fence backstop. Nowhere to go. Runner holding tight on first. Couple new balls brought into the game here by the Snohomish Panthers. Look over to first. Timeout. Darren says, take my time up here at the plate. Give you a break there. Here's the pitch. And that's way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, no outs here at top of 4. That looked pretty good, and it was. Struck out. So Darren Smith strikes out. Bring up
Next up
Nick
is
Johnson,
left fielder, number 32, Nick Johnson.
our left fielder. Nick struck out. He's batting in the 9th position here. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Pops the first pitch from Buckner off over the backdrop. Oh, and 1 is a count here. Short leadoff at first. Nobody's trying to run over there. Stanwood playing a little conservative here, not getting crazy on the bases out there. Another pop fly ball over the backstop. Top of the press box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're at the top of the 4th inning here in Snohomish, Washington. Cloudy, overcast day with just a glimpse of sunshine peering through the clouds. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Nick, his 2nd strikeout of the game. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Bring us back to the top of the order here. Should be number 8, Brock Wilfong should be the batter. Brock got on in the 1st inning with an error on 3rd. Got all the way to 3rd base and didn't score. Had a fly ball out to center field in the 3rd inning. So he's basically 0 for 2. Ground ball past the pitcher. It's going to get through to the shortstop. Picked it up quickly over to first for the out. Just like that. Nice play by the shortstop there for Snohomish as they close out that inning with the 3rd out. 6-3. All right. Nice little game here today up here in Snohomish, Washington. Snohomish leading 5-2. Having a little conference over there with their coach. Trying to see what they're going to strategize. Keep them in a good spirit there after that good inning. As bring out a couple new baseballs there for the home plate umpire there, Bob Petrino. See. Getting ready to run the bottom of the 4th inning here for Snohomish. Should be number 10, Sam Stainer, starting things off. Batting in the 9th position. So Snohomish in good position here to make something happen as they come around the bottom of their batting order here with Sam Stainer in the 9th position. Coming back to the top of the batting order, 1, 2, 3 right after that. So see if we can, Snohomish can get some more things going here.
First baseman number 10, Sam Stainer.
So bottom of 4, Sam looks in there. Takes a swing at the cut in the inside for strike 1. Preston gets the next called strike. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. He did get it. Throws it back to the first baseman. And he said he got him in time for the out. And somebody said, "Are you kidding me?" And I thought it was awful close. And timeout here is, I think head coach Nick Hammonds wants to go over there and converse with that as he keeps his player out at first base. Going to give a chat out there with Dean Strong. And he'd tell me what you really saw there. Yeah, he says, I saw him out. So Sam gets the first out there.
Back to the top of the order with number 3, Jackson Peckinpah.
We're back to the top of the order here. Snohomish leadoff hitter, Peckinpah. Oh, I see the head coaches go out and try to talk the umpires out of something, but I don't think they ever do. Unless you get both umpires to disagree. 3 balls in the dirt there. Fourth ball in a row for Preston. Preston's getting A little bit in the dirt there. As Peckinpah gets on with the walk.
Shortstop, number 8, Chase Christian.
A bunt off the plate. Foul ball. Preston looking back in there. Trying to hold the runner at first here. That's a pass ball. Passed far enough. Moving the runner down to second base. There's a pop fly ball over the fence. Peckinpah's down on second base. Chase Christian sitting in there with a 1-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of 4, Christian took a nice shot at that inbound inside pitch, popped it up to the shortstop for out number 2.
Next up, number 19, third baseman Zach Boswell.
The 2 outs, runner on second. Zach Boswell's up. Got a hit in the first inning. Nice hit out to left field. And had a fly out in the second inning, so he's putting the bat on the ball as he takes that pitch in there for a strike.
Wait, did he start crying? It was so cold in here.
Not cold in here. It's not cold in here. Takes a second called strike. 2 outs, runner on second here. Zach needs to keep things going here for the Panthers. A ground ball right back to the pitcher. Easy handle. Nice lob over to first for out number 3. And that will end the 4th inning there. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here for the top of the 5th inning here at Snohomish High School here, Snohomish, Washington. Snohomish Panthers leading this ball game
Now
5-2.
Panthers, number 11, Colby Wallace.
Now, number 31 looks like Daniel Evoy will be starting things off here. For the
Leading off the top of the 5th for the Spartans.
Spartans.
31, Daniel Evoy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. It was so much fun.
So,
Yeah.
see what Daniel can do against Colby Wallace, who's now pitching for Snohomish. Right down the middle. Couldn't be better. Takes first pitch for a called strike. Takes a look down at the coach. See if he's got anything he wants him to do. And he says, hit the ball. That's what I want you to do. That one's on the third outside. 1-1's the count to Daniel. Stanwood's got their conference record here in trouble this game tonight. They're 5-1 conference. Gonna have to pull hard here to get things going, which is easily done in this baseball game. Pitchers get a little out of control sometimes. That's a pass ball. Unfortunately, there's nobody on for Stanwood. So no harm except a big ball. Ball 2, strike 1. Stanwood trying to figure out how to get back in this ball game. And I think he took a swing at it, and he did. 2-2, says Bob Petrino. Coach thinks he might have held up, but Bob didn't think so. There's a ground ball. Pitcher didn't grab it, went to second base, picked up not near in time. Oh, was in time. Wow, I thought he had that beat out. Oh, there you go. Out number 1.
Next up, number 3, Nick DeLine.
So Nick DeLine stepping in here for the Spartans. Takes his first pitch. Called strike. Nick struck out in the first inning. Got a double in the third inning, so he's 1 for 2. He'd probably like to get another hit here right now, too. That ball's on the outside corner. Whoa, well, no mistake. Just a little bit over the head of Colby Walker there. One out, 1 strike, 1 ball, 2 balls. Nick looking to get things started here for the Spartans. That looked pretty good. Must have been a little bit high. Was straight down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That ball was called in there for a strike. Nick looking a little too close there. Those pitches, full count here. See what Colby can do. And he throws one down low. It's going out. Second baseman, it went all the way out to right field to catch that and bobbled it. Putting Nick on first. E4. He had that ball in his glove. I think he was all happy about that.
Next up, pitcher, number 16.
Didn't keep it in there. So 1 out, 1 on here. Preston Pierce takes that first ball. Didn't look like he's going to do any sacrifice bunting here with 1 out. Down 3 runs. See if he can get some hits going here for the Spartans. Throw to first. Plenty of time to get back. Kobe taking a look at first again. Takes a look down at the plate. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball. Not quite nice enough, says Bob. Ball number 2. Preston Pierce standing there pretty tight. Here's the pitch. That's right down the middle. A hard hit ball out to left field, going deep left. Left fielder catches it just inside the line. Nice long fly ball, well hit ball, but a long out just the same. So 2 outs here for the Spartans with 1 on. Brings up Dane Carlson.
Stepping into the box,
Number 20.
Dane Carlson.
Dane made the 3rd out in the 1st inning. Got a hit in the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 2. Like to keep things going here for the Spartans. Steps back out of the box for a timeout. Colby steps back off the mound. Now everybody's ready again. Nick has a little lead off first. High curve ball. Ball number 1. Spartans looking to make something happen here. They got to get a little excitement going. And there's a pass ball. It's going to help out the Spartans a little bit. That's a little bit exciting. Got a couple of people in the fans to applaud that. I don't know if to applaud a bad pitch, but it's nice that the Spartans have advanced Nick down to second base. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. Colby had a short conversation there with his shortstop, talking about who knows what. That's 3 balls in there. So Dane's probably going to be taking this one all the way. And he did, for a called strike. So 3-1, 2 outs, runner on second base. Dane would like to get his 2nd hit of the ball game here right now. He takes a called strike for strike number 2, bringing that to a full count. Very conservative look at that pitch. That was almost straight down the middle. There's a fly ball in the ground to the first baseman, snatched up and over and out. Draw number 3 to end any threat by Stanwood there at the top of the 5th. So after 4.5 innings, Snohomish still leading 5-2, and we'll be right back after this.
Frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
A couple at the bottom, but not at the top. All right, back here at Snohomish High School for the bottom of the 5th inning here. Snohomish leading 5-2 in this game today. These teams have another game tomorrow night up at Stanwood. if the rain holds off. However, the weather forecast for this area says torrential rainstorms on Wednesday all day. So we'll see. They're never always right. They're just sometimes right. And the most times they're right is when it's raining and they say it's going to be raining. And they're right because we can see it rain. But things move around so much around here with the mountains, you can never tell for sure. So, Jaden McClure batting in the 4th position and pops this one up over the backstop, out of play for the first pitch. Took that one low, almost took a swing at it. Pulled up at the last minute there. Should be 1-1 at this point. Pops that one back up over the fence. Should be 1-2 at this point. That looks like that's what Bob's signaling out there. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Picked up, nice hard throw to first. Looked like it was in plenty of time. Oh, and he called him safe? What did he do? Pull his foot off the bag or something over there? And we got a little conversation going on here with Cody and the home plate umpire. He wants to know if he saw the same thing. So Bob's going to go out and talk to Nick, or to Dean. And then Dean's going to come over and talk to Cody and tell him what he saw. A little conversation over there. Don't think Cody's too happy about it, but Dean's telling him what he saw. He took his foot off the bag. That's what he saw. So Cody's done his job. Argued with the home plate umpire, argued with the base umpire. And things are going to stay like they are. So we've got Jaden McClure on first base. Wyatt Wilson at the plate. I'm going to give that an error on the first baseman for taking his foot off the bag, which is what I think happened, to let Jaden be safe at first. Ball tip over the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here for Snohomish. Took a swing at that one. Not interested in bunting here at this point. Throw to first. Wyatt struck out in the first inning. And he struck out in the 3rd inning. Another throw to first. Still calling him safe. Panthers trying to get a makeup call out there on first with a throw to first. Here's the plate. That's a pass ball, and that's going to move. Jaden McClure down to second base there for Snohomish. Two balls, 2 strikes, no out. Wyatt Wilson, the runner's on second. Hit could score a run here. Wyatt, he's still thinking about bunting. Took a called strike. I don't think he's going to think about bunting anymore. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's thinking about it. He does. Bunt him down to third, and the pitcher came out to field that and didn't handle it. So Wyatt Wilson bunted his way to first base. And looks like we're going to get a pinch runner over there for Wyatt. Number 1, Keegan Stitch.
Jacob Brandvold.
Keegan's playing baseball.
So Jacob Brandvold steps in at the plate. Runners at the corners, throw to first. No outs. Jacob scored the second, scored in the third. Got on base in the second inning and then got a hit in the third. There's the throw down to second. Cut off and throw back to third. Wasn't really a strong attempt to get him at second. The idea was to see if he could get the runner on third off, apparently. Did not work, so we got Jaden McClure on third. We've got Wyatt Wilson on second. We got a ball tip over the backstop by Jacob Brandvold. Jacob 1 for 2 here. Takes that one in the dirt in front of the plate. 2-1's the count. Jacob. Snohomish threatening here again in the bottom 5. Another foul ball off the far right field side. Jacob hanging tough in there. Third baseman playing in on the grass a little bit. Not sure why. Up, swing, tagged out. Jacob makes out number 1.
At the plate is
Brings up
number 11,
Colby
Wallace.
Colby Wallace. Colby doing pitching duties here for Snohomish in the last inning. Hard hit ball. Third baseman missed it. Shortstop got it. Throws to home. Way wide. Nobody to cover third. And so the runners advance to third. So Snohomish scores another run again. Colby Wallace is safe on first on a fielder's choice. We've got Wyatt Wilson moving down to third base. So runners on the corners here with 1 out. Brings up Christian Hill.
Stepping in center fielder, number 7, Christian Hill.
Well, Christian got something to work with here. So we steps this lead up to 6-2. Throw to first. Timeout. Gonna have a substitute for Snohomish again. Is a good number
Going to run,
6.
Zach Bridgman.
That's Zach Bridgman. Gonna go to first base. Zach Bridgman has been playing junior varsity, come up to varsity today. Gets back to first in time on that throw. No, he did not get back. Wow. Not too kind of embarrassing for Zach to come in the ballgame and get picked off at first base. There's a nice strike down the middle to Christian Hill. So still got a runner on third base with 2 outs. Christian could make something happen here. A little high on the inside corner. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Struck him out. So that ends 5. We'll be back for the top of 6 right after this.
serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
All right. Snohomish 5, Stanwood Spartans 2. Top of the 6th inning here.
Joyner.
6.
Coming up to the plate here, Sam Stainer for Snohomish. Sam got on base in the 2nd inning. Had a fly out in the 4th inning. See what he can do here to get the Spartans back in this ball game. There's a pop fly ball. Yeah, it's going to go between center and right and drop in there. Going for 2. Here's the throw to second in easily. So Sam with a nice double there to start things off. For the Panthers, or for the Spartans, I mean.
Next up, number 7, Daniel Chamberlain.
Well, that's a pass ball. He's going to go to third. So Joyner's on third. Chamberlain at the plate here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 strikes with a swing and a miss.
You know, you just don't know what you need until you see
There's a called strike. He knew it. Walking away.
Now batting number 14, Darren Smith.
So Darren Smith, the 3rd batter here for the Spartans. In the top of 6 here. Pops that one up over the backstop, out of play. Nice day in here, Snohomish today. No breeze. Another pop over the backstop, out of play. Actually, don't see any sign of a breeze here, matter of fact. And there's one a little bit low and outside, so 1 and 2 would be the count here for Darren Smith. That one's way outside. That's going to score the run. Pass, ball, error. That'll be an error on the catcher there as Braden Joyner comes in for the Spartans, inching them a little closer to getting back in this ball game. Now 3 runs to 6. There's a hard ball. Shortstop nicely picked up. Throw first, wild throw to first base. Not in time. So a nice hit out there.
Now batting number 32, Nick Johnson.
By Darren Smith. Nick Johnson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Strikeout in the second, strikeout in the fourth. Doesn't want to have his third strikeout here as he takes that pitch low and inside. Got a run in this inning for the Spartans and a runner on first here for Nick. Nick batting in the 9th position here. Let's see if he can make something happen. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Over to second for 1. Over to first, not in time. So avoided the double play. But Darren Smith was out at second. So Nick finds his way to first base on a choice there.
Next up, number 8, Brock Wilfong.
Leadoff hitter Brock Wilfong stepping back in here now with 2 outs. Runner still on first base. Different runner, but runner on first. Left-handed batter here. Quick look at first. Now look at the plate. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball. Sweet. Strike 1. A little roundhouse curve there. Another look over at first base. Throw to first. Back in time. Two outs here for the Spartans here in the 6th inning. There's a ground ball. Well, not ground ball. Hard fly ball wide down the right field line. Strike at number 2. Here's the pitch. High pitch. Got Wyatt Wilson to stand up to catch that one. There's another wide pitch, and Steele was on. Nick Johnson finds his way down to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second base. That's 4 deuces. That's a pretty good hand. There's a fly ball out to center field. Center fielder walking around, camped under it. Almost the same thing as a can of corn, but not quite, as out number 3 happens for Brock Wilfong. We'll be back for the bottom of 6 right after this.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
You're watching STSPN.com!
Because otherwise, otherwise I can't have it sit out in the rain.
Yeah, and if you do a camera in here, it goes through the fence and everything else and doesn't look very good. All right, we're back here for the bottom of 6. Snohomish leading this still 6-3. So you got
And
Sam
at the bottom of the sixth,
Stainer.
Panthers, number 10, Sam Stainer.
Sam hits a high fly ball out to center field. Drops in the center fielder's hands for out number 1. Bring us back to top of the order here for Jackson
Leadoff hitter,
Peckinpah.
number 3, Jackson
Leadoff hitter here for Snohomish. Jackson at the first out in the first inning with a fly out to center field. Got on base in the second inning with an error. And walked in the fourth inning. So he's sitting here with 2 balls and 1 strike and 2 strikes. So he can hit the ball. He's the leadoff hitter. And he hits that ball right out to the center field again. 2 in a row to center field. What are the odds that Chase Christian can hit a fly ball to center field for 3 in a row for Snohomish? Probably pretty high. A swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Strike 1 on Chase. A little bit wide there. Swing and a miss for Chase. 0-2. Well, Chase, if you're going to get it out in center field, you're going to have to hit it. See if you can make my prediction come true here. And he hits it out towards center field. It's going to drop in short. Well, that's almost as close as you can get to 3 fly balls to center field. That one was short, and he'll get a hit out of that. And almost predicted.
That brings up number 19, Zach Boswell.
Snohomish still got something going here with 2 outs. Zach takes the first pitch as a called strike. Got a hit in the first inning. Had a fly ball in the second inning. And a ground ball out in the fourth inning. Takes that pitch inside. So 1 for 3 here for Zach Boswell. And make him batting .333. Throw to first, not in time. Nice move to first there. Zach steps back in here. Another throw to first, not in time. Timeout. Looks like Christian got his face in the dirt or something. Got to get up and walk it off. Talking to the coach over there. Says he's all right. Maybe embarrassed, but he's all right. Probably won't take quite as big a lead off this time. There's the throw to plate. There's the first pitch back into our camera. How did that rattle things around?
It rattled it pretty good.
We still focusing good?
It's still focused.
Still looking at the
We have a
camera,
little
huh?
more fence in the than we had before.
Well, we got a timeout here. I looked up and looks like Chase Christian's coming over to talk to his coach. Maybe we're going to have a pitching change. I'm not sure what's going on here. Stanwood players collecting
People took off, so I can
out there at second base. And I got the Snohomish players collected over here by their dugout. So I'm not sure exactly what this timeout's for. Unless they're changing the battery around, maybe putting in a new catcher or something, so they have to change equipment around. Can't see in the dugout to see what's going on. So Chase Christian's going back to first base. He's apparently all right. Oh, I think that was a good guess. It looks like we got a new catcher coming into the game here for the Spartans. Is that like number 14, Darren Smith? Darren's gonna move into the catching spot. And is that Braden Joyner gonna be the pitcher out there? It is number 10, Braden Joyner, going to be pitching for the Spartans here. And Darren Smith is going to be doing the catching. So that's what that timeout was all about. A little change in the battery all the way around. Got some wild country music playing in the background there. Take advantage of this little timeout to make sure we get our camera adjusted correctly for you so you can see all the action that's happening here. Looks like that's about all the time he's going to get.
Now on the mound for the Spartans is number 10, Braden Joyner.
So Zach Boswell stepping back in here with a 1-2 count. Take the first pitch to throw to second base. It looked pretty good, but not quite good enough. As Chase Christian makes his way down to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. 4 deuces again up there for the Snohomish Panthers. Lookout. Duck that one over the top of his head. Braden Joyner just a little bit wild on that pitch here as he's trying to get in the groove of things out there for the Spartans. There's a pitch, a swing and a miss, and struck him out and got out of the inning. So Boswell strikes out for out number 3 to end the 6th inning. We'll be back for the top of 7 right after this. Back here for the top of 7. Stanwood Spartans down 6-3 here in Snohomish against the Snohomish Panthers. Let's see if they can get themselves back in this ball game here. Leading off for Stanwood should be number 31, Daniel Evoy. Daniel got on in the first inning on an error, walked in the third inning, and had a ground out in the fifth inning. So,
Zach Boswell.
so
And leading off the top of the seventh.
let's see what Daniel can do here
Number 31,
against
Daniel Evoy.
Zach Boswell, who's now pitching for the Panthers. Here's the first pitch, right down the slot. A little bit high, apparently. See if we can lower it down a little bit here. He does. Pops that one up off over the backstop. Over the whole backstop. Didn't even hit the roof. 1-1's account here to Daniel. That's a fly ball going down the left field line. It's going to be foul, but everybody trying to catch it. I don't think anybody got there. And the shortstop and the left field are all out there close, but no cigar. 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Daniel. Swing and a miss. Takes swinging strike for out number 1. So Nick DeLine. Nick DeLine struck out in the first inning, got a big double in the third inning, got on an error in the fifth inning. So batting in the number 3 position here. Let's see what Nick can do. Ground ball to shortstop. Handled nicely. Nice throw over to first. Pulled him off the bag, and he's safe. So he's on first base, E6. Unfortunate for the Panthers that wasn't an easy out, because it could have, should have been. But that'll bring up Preston Pierce. Preston struck out in the first inning, flied out in the third inning, and flied out to left field in the fifth inning. So he can hit the ball. Let's see if he can hit it where nobody is. Takes the first pitch, a called strike. Panthers here are 2 outs away from winning this ball game. I'm sure they'd like to close it out as quick as they can. Double play would do that. Swing and a miss. Called strike and a swinging strike. 0-2 here to Preston Pierce. And that was pretty good, fast, high heat. There's a foul tip off the back. Still 0-2 here. Preston. Sips back in here. Here's the pitch. Look out. He didn't move much out of the way. It came within an inch of hitting him, but I guess he knew where it was. One and two, 1 out. There's a fly ball. Got Nick DeLine down on second base now for the Spartans. There's a foul tip. Preston Pierce hanging in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. There's a pop-up over the backstop again. Still hanging in there. Looks like we're out of balls. We had to throw that one back in. Oh, I got another one from the dugout. So Rob's got 2 balls in his pouch now. The pitcher's got 1 in his hand. Got 3 balls in the ball game. Let's see if we can keep him in play here. 1 and 2. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. Pop that one up. It's going to be right to center fielder. He's under it. Picks the ball up. Drops it back in quickly. So Preston Pierce makes out number 2 with a fly out to center field. Brings up number 20, Dane Carlson, I believe. It does.
The batter, number 20, Dane
Dane
Carlson.
got a hit in the second inning, was out in the 1st and the 5th. So Spartans down to their last out here. There's a pop fly. Looks like it's going to second base. He catches it for the out, for out number 3. And that should be the ball game. And it was. So Panthers winning here 6-3. And those 2 teams will try to play each other again tomorrow night up in Stanwood if the weather holds. And it could be a whole different outcome here. So glad you tuned in. This is Ron Henthorn for STSPN. Todd Elvig here running the switch and that fancy camera out there on the screen, which batteries didn't run out on it. And we hope you enjoyed the game today. And we'll see you again next time out. Good night.